Hallo, guten Morgen. Wie geht es euch? Hello, good morning. How are you? So welcome back guys here on my channel. This week it's a bit earlier than expected because, well, I'd like to catch up on my weekly date here on either Wednesday or Thursday. I also have an announcement to make because starting this weekend, I suppose, that I will produce even one video will always be a lesson which will provide you with some knowledge on the grammar or simply providing you with interesting examples on, well, grammar stuff that we have to go through. And well, the second video I will try to release each weekend, so you can look forward to it because it will be starting with some simple texts that I read for you guys. You will have like some texts, maybe some letters, maybe just some daily routine log that you will be listening to. So all you will have to do there is just simply listening to some German. Alright, having said that, let us proceed with our topic that we deal with at the moment on our lessons, and this is how to structure sentences. As you got to know on my previous video, the basic German structure of a sentence is formed by starting with a subject, the person that is doing stuff, the verb that belongs to this person by putting the right ending, and of course the information part, which is consisting of an adverb part or an object part. Adverbs again describe the way of your action, and the objects are the things that don't do anything in a sentence. They simply are a goal of the action or are being used in some ways. It is the stuff that you use in, well, different manners, of course, depending on what action you're fulfilling. And the last one, if there is no way of a verb forming a direct object, you will help yourself with prepositions which then control your case, well, dative or accusative. So this is what you have to understand there. And we have the rest of the sentence, which is simply the rest of the verb. So as I told you, those could be some prefixes which belong to the verb and you have to cut them and put them to the end, or you have here some participles or some infinitives. Well, in general, those are words that complete your action word, the verb. Alright, so after summing all those things up once more for you here, we will simply do another example where we will include more of those building blocks. So again, I simply will take a new verb, and this verb, of course, you have to get to know first, because as I told you, there are simple verbs which have a regularity in changing and those which don't have it, so irregular verbs. So you see, it's close to the English language where we also have some regular and some irregular verbs. So today we will get to know one irregular verb because this one is very helpful and the one you use really a lot in a language, and that is geben, to give, geben. Geben can do both objects like dative, someone who is receiving this action of geben, and of course what you are using, what you are giving to this person is accusative object. So here this geben can do both objects. Yeah. And if you like it, you can also put a third prepositional object if you simply have the need to do it, as it goes for every building block, you're not obliged to fulfill each one of it. It simply depends on what you are going to tell to someone or what you want to say. So let me walk you through the conjugations, as you tell it when you go by linguistic terms, well, the changes of the word geben. So, ich gebe, du gibst, sie, es gibt. Those were the single personas. And then we go again for the plural forms. Wir geben, ihr gebt, and sie geben. Okay, be careful here. I already advised you on my last video that he, she, it, sie, es, the third person, is in some way similar to the second person in plural, ihr. But what goes for this verb here, for example, there is a difference, as you recognized. Because sie, es gibt, here changes to like it is for du as well. Du gibst, gibt. But all the other personas have an again. So you see, this is the irregularity of this verb. Here you have to be careful, you have to know it. There are several other words which go like this, which have this change from an to character for the second and the third person singular. But, well, it also means that the other personas have another vowel in the middle. So, you see, for example, gibt, but ihr gebt. So, what can I do here? What can I do as an example with geben, with the word to give? I can go, for example, first I pick my subject, like I could use like der Lehrer, that's me, the teacher, der Lehrer, the subject. So now this one has to do something, obviously. So this one will change the ending of the verb geben to gibt, because der Lehrer in our sentence is a he, she, it, a he person, a third person type. So der Lehrer gibt. And then we can address the receiver with dative. And I could pick, I don't know, I could pick Schüler, der Schüler, it is der Schüler, a male person. But if I change it to dative, it becomes dem Schüler. So, der Lehrer gibt dem Schüler, and now we also have to add what is it that he is giving, what is it that he is using. I could go for a book, yeah, das Buch. And since I mean only one, I would say ein Buch. So, der Lehrer gibt dem Schüler ein Buch. Yeah? This is what you can do. So now you have a simple sentence. Der Lehrer gibt dem Schüler ein Buch. And I could also add the way I am doing this, how I am doing this, when I am doing it. I could say, for example, today, heute. So I could now put up a very good simple sentence here and say, der Lehrer gibt heute dem Schüler ein Buch. So now all it means now, the teacher gives today to the student a book. See, in English it doesn't work this order, of course, obviously, because it's not the English way of putting a sentence, but the German way is. So, yes, Don't get confused there, but it's the way Germans put up their sentences. Of course, there are other structures, but all in good time, of course. We're just dealing with some really basic structures here. Alright, I think that's enough for today. Next time we will have a look at another verb and put another sentence so you get more into understanding the structures and the thinking, the idea of how to form sentences in German. And later on we also will discuss those, well, books on their own more closely. But for now, we will have some lessons with several different verbs and try to form some basic sentences. Alright guys, have a nice week, and if you like it here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out any lesson to come here on Language Check. So, have a nice day, see you next time. Bis bald, auf Wiedersehen.